the first drummer like that I actually was inspired to drum by, it's kind of hard for me to tell. I think it was actually the Elvis drummer. I don't even know the name of him, but Elvis was like that, was one of my first loves with music when I was just like 5-6 years old. Like early music like that is what kind of made me want to play drums and got kind of the interest started in drums. We grew up in the 70s, so you had the whole like the British wave with the bands like Black Sabbath and Judas Priest and Saxon and all those bands, and all those drummers really were an inspiration to me at that time. Later on, obviously, the Bay Area thrash, Lars Ulrich, Dave Lombardo, like all the great drummers, like bands like Anthrax, Metal Church. Okay, Anthrax were in the Bay Area, but still, from the same time period. Charlie Benante was another one that were like, in my teens, he was a big inspiration, Later years, also like some jazz fusion with drummers like Gary Husband and Vinny Colaiuta, and drummers like that had an impact in those kind of still formative years. And those were also the early years of me, for me and the band in Meshuggah. So in then like around 90, 91, 92, the whole band pretty much listened to a lot of that kind of music as well. That obviously had an impact, Looking on drummers like today that I am in awe of today, and in metal especially, maybe if we take that first, that would be, Dave Lombardo is still one of my favorites. Gene Hoglan's probably the best metal drummer on the planet, I think. Dirk Verbeuren, who used to play with Soilwork, now with Megadeth, excellent drummers. There's just so many of them. Kalle Bäckström of CB Murdoch, probably the most insane drumming I've heard in my life on their new album with CB Murdoch. Not only metal, if you take like a band like Trans Am and Sebastian Thompson of Trans Am, that's some of the best like rock type drumming I've heard. It's so groovy. Guys like Danny Carey of Tool, Bron Daler of Mastodon. There's just too many of them really to mention all of them. But those are some of the guys like that are out and about right now that are definitely inspirational. To kind of take the inspiration of the drummers that I had in the formative years and also nowadays isn't maybe the step from that to what we do isn't maybe for a lot of people an obvious one, and I know a lot of people see our music as extremely technical and whatever, and it certainly is in its own way, but to me it's just we're just trying to write something that sounds like new to us and sounds like fresh to our ears. It sounds like something that we ourselves haven't heard before, and that's been the main drive for each album with Meshuggah. We're just trying to come up with new ways of sounding a little bit different, even though we're still within the framework of what we have to be. We're this metal band. We're not gonna all of a sudden start doing clean vocals and like play just super straight, cheesy rock or whatever. We have this framework that we want to be in. We probably and hopefully always will be in. So with that said, that's the limitation of what we're doing. So we're just trying to kind of create something new, but still within this framework. And I see myself as I'm basically a heavy metal drummer. From like that's how I see myself. I don't see myself necessarily as a very technical drummer.